Hello, 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 hello. It is crazy warm today, and tomorrow it's going down to like 6. This weather is kooky. It's crazy, and it's all over the place. But hey, don't need the heater in the garage, so I'm not complaining. How's everyone doing today? How is everyone doing today? It is a beautiful Tuesday. It's the last, March is over. March is over. Time comes for us all. Have your affairs in order. Anyways, it's the last Friday of March, or it's the last day of March. That means tomorrow's April 1st, which means, what should I do for the April 1st? We're gonna do a cooking stream. Tomorrow morning, we're doing a cooking stream. We're gonna do a cooking stream tomorrow morning. Yeah. Anyways, surprise cooking stream. Why not? Why not? It's April 1st. We should be serious. Speaking of serious, you should seriously scroll down to the video description and enter for your chance to win a spool of Polymaker filament. Every stream, we give away a spool of Polymaker printer chow. We do that draw at the end of the stream, but to win that, you have to enter. So scroll down in the video description, enter for your chance. While you're down there, don't forget to like the smash button, ring the bell, subscribe if you're not subscribed. If you want to help support the channel, the content I create, and the things I do, consider becoming a channel member, a Patreon supporter, or if you're really cool, gifting memberships to others that help support the channel and keep things keeping on. Poutine cooking stream. Well, I'm gonna have to scrounge around the kitchen and see how many things we can cook on a 3D printer. So that'll be fun. Yeah, we're gonna see if we can make breakfast on a 3D printer tomorrow. I've cooked a steak on a 3D printer. So we're gonna try cooking a breakfast. Why not? Why not? Are you in a rush? I'm not in a rush. So what are we doing today? This is the LDO Micron Plus. We've been building it over the past couple weeks on the channel. If you are interested in getting a Micron Plus kit for yourself, check it out in the video description. I do have a link to the LDO resellers. Shout out to LDO for providing this kit for this build series. They materially sponsored this build series by providing this kit for it. So check them out, link in the description, if you do want to get one for yourself. So what we have to do, it is mechanically built. We haven't done the enclosure on it yet. I normally don't do enclosures until after the printer is up and running, because the last thing you want to do is button it up all nicely, wrap it all up, and then realize you got to take stuff off because you forgot something. So usually I don't wrap up my printers and enclose them until after it's built and it's been running for a little bit, just to make sure everything's moving, because it's a lot easier to get at stuff when you don't have stuff in the way. So we're going to attach these little belt guards. We're going to tension up our belts, and then we're going to dive into the last thing we have to do, which is clipper configuration. The last thing we have to do on this printer is clipper configuration, I believe. And then if all goes well, we should be printing today. If all goes well, we should be printing today. If all goes horribly, it's content. Because we were hoping to wrap up the clipper stuff last stream, but it turns out there's no pre-made config for the LDO kit. So essentially we have to take like the example config and do a bunch of pin swapping and everything. So we're gonna be doing that on for today's stream. So how far did we get last time? What do you mean? What do you mean, how far we got? I mean, last stream we got Clipper installed. Clipper is installed. We just got to do the config. We should put index. No, index is going to go on my Trident. I have a Trident that we're going to put index on. And yeah, that is already been put aside, and I'm waiting on something Trident related before we do that. Plus, I actually need the index kit itself. So We're waiting on Bondtech for that, and then we're waiting on some other stuff. So once we have that, then we can go ahead and build that up. But yeah, the index build is going to be fun. Will I reset config? I mean, I could throw it in on the Discord. I can put it in the Discord if somebody wants it. But mine's going to be different than the stock kit because I'm not doing clicky. We're going to be using a PZ probe, or the PZ probe in proper Queen's English, because I didn't want to deal with clicky. This kit comes with clicky. Clicky is a fine probe system, but if you could do direct nozzle probing, you do direct nozzle probing, in my opinion. And I had an E3D PZ probe that wasn't being used because the printer it was in, we took it out of so we could put stealth changer on it. So yeah. Is clicky hard to configure? Not really. It's just more of like a macro hell situation where it's like, it's not hard to set up, but you know, it's just a bunch of macros. It's just a bunch of macros and configuration, and it is an extra moving component that, you know, anytime you have extra moving components, there is a chance something could break. It is what it is, nature of the beast and all. Yeah. I screwed up. There we go. There we go. Clicky was easy. Yeah, Clicky's not too bad. There's a lot of example configs already out there. So if you're putting it on a pretty stock setup, it's not bad at all. Like, Clicky is not complicated. It's just a bunch of macros, and you just got to make sure you have it set up right. But how do I phrase this properly? If you can do direct nozzle probing, do direct nozzle probing. Because as good as Clicky is, and it's better than like an inductive probe, it doesn't have the speed of something like a cartographer or a beacon for full bed meshing. And it doesn't have the fact that you're direct nozzle probing of a direct nozzle probe. Now, to be fair, the current versions of beacon, and I think cartographer can do it too, can do direct nozzle probing as well. So they kind of have the advantage of both, where they can do fast meshing and direct nozzle probing. But for a printer of this size, let's be honest, the difference in a minute or two on print startup to do a nozzle probe mesh versus, you know, a quick cartographer mesh or an eddy current probe mesh, it's 2 to 3 minutes. 2 to 3 minutes on a 12-hour print is nothing. Now, on something like my Venture XL, which has a 600 millimeter bed, then yes, having a much quicker full bed mesh does come in quite handy. So on that printer, it makes sense. But something this small, I mean, hell, it's 180 millimeters cubed and it's an aluminum plate. This isn't no bamboo taco bed. You probably don't even need a bed mesh on this. You could probably, you know, you honestly could probably set this printer up like a Delta, have 4 end stops at the top, just tram your gantry to the top and just do a quick manual bed mesh and save it and move on with your life and you'd be fine. Let's be honest. You shared a link to a Micron Plus config on the Discord. I will take a look at that after I get all the belts and everything tuned up. Because if we can skip a lot of the BS copying over config stuff, that will save us a bunch of time, and I will be happy with that. Does anyone have a reliable power off resume setup? For Clipper, problem with Clipper is not the best when it comes to power off resume. You kind of can't do it with a stock setup. There are some ways to do it with some custom PCBs that have like capacitors in them that allow it to run long enough when it detects a power outage to like do a quick crash save. And I think some commercial printers have that. But like a stock Klipper setup using like a Raspberry Pi, I don't believe there's a way to do pause, like if power goes out, resume. What you can do, honestly, is put a UPS on your printer. So if the power goes out, it doesn't matter because the printer still has power. That's honestly the best way to do it, because the best way to prevent issues from the power going out is just not have the power go out. Right? Right. Also, if you're thirsty, go buy some gamer subs. Use code Canuck. I'm really thirsty today, so. Okay, so I gotta tension these belts. And we're gonna tension them the way I like tensioning them, by eyeball. Because YOLO. One. There we go. So I watched the, it was actually kind of surprising. 3 movie trailers came out today. The Supergirl trailer, the Backrooms trailer, and the He-Man trailer. And you know what? They all look pretty good. I'm actually kind of surprised with the He-Man trailer. It looks better than I thought it would be. Same with the Backrooms trailer. The Backrooms trailer, I had a little bit of a concern of, because it's a 20-year-old director. And it's taking the whole concept is basically some creepypasta from 4chan. Legit, it is creepypasta from 4chan. And some kid like 5 years ago made some movies in Blender based on it. And now he's making a movie on it at 20 years old. Which is insane to think about. But it got the vibe pretty good. There we go. Okay, that's that. That's that. Yeah, the Supergirl trailer looked pretty good too. I mean, Jason Momoa as Lobo is kind of like, well, yeah, who else would you get to be? Of course he's Lobo. It's like a Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man thing. Like, it's just kind of like, yeah, of course that guy plays that guy. That, of course. I don't know. I like Jason Momoa as an actor. He seems like a fun guy, like a funny guy. Oh, I got some cables I gotta manage. Those guys are bumping, and not the good kind of bumping. Yeah, the He-Man trailer looked surprisingly good. Although, if they don't use the What's Going On song at some point, I'm going to be sorely disappointed. I'm assuming they're saving it for, like, the movie's either going to begin with What's Going On, or it's going to end with it. I highly doubt they would actually put that in the movie itself. Like, they wouldn't give it away in a trailer. Unfortunately. Like, I'm assuming they're saving it. Like, I could see a beginning montage where he's getting ready to go to work and he's playing the song and he's like singing in front of the mirror, brushing his teeth. So Any mods for the Micron that you've been eyeing post-build? Not really. We have the Micron Plus in it. I don't have any activated charcoal in it, but it will be able to run to pump the chamber temperatures and whatnot. But in terms of like post-build mod plans, I really don't have any. Usually when I build a kit, we like to keep it stock for a bit. And then we look at mods and whatnot maybe down the line. But like if I'm reviewing a kit, right? How do I make an opinion on a kit if I've modified the kit, right? We need to keep it somewhat stock and OG to validate the kit first, and then we worry about other stuff. Oh, also, tomorrow morning, there'll be a fun breakfast stream where we try to cook on the printer, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out for that. I don't know what time, probably like 10 a.m. or something, my time. But tomorrow afternoon, unless it gets scrubbed, I'm planning to go live about half hour before Artemis 2 launch on Twitch. And we're going to be watching, I could speak English, watching the rocket launch. So we're going to be watching some people blast off for the moon. So that'll be fun. So if you're looking for something to do tomorrow, we will be doing that. Which, who doesn't want to watch a rocket launch to the moon? Okay, where are you? I think it's 167. 167, right? Yeah. Delete bookmark. Okay, so there we go. We have me here. 6-7. Got your Mir 1 set up. What is a Mir 1? Is it like a Mercury 1 type thing? That's off, right? Yeah, okay. So it's on. Obviously, we got all the lights are on, hopefully. Yeah, everything's lit up like a Christmas tree. But alas, poor Yorick, the printer, she does not do printer things. So, .192, 168, 10.167, Raspberry. There we go. Mercury 1, okay. Okay, so we're SSH'd in. We're connected to the printer. And apparently somebody linked a config in the GitHub. So I'm looking at this correct config, but it shows multiple board config. Oh, is that the one? Okay. What are you linking, Beep Dog? Oh, is that the your 3D printer is now a threat to the military-industrial complex. Yep, of course it is. Because here's the shitty thing. So there was like a news article that went around. I'll talk about that video. I'm not going to give the guy promotion though who made the video. But there was an article going around, and then some people are making videos on it where it's like the DoD charged like $10,000 for an antenna whippet. And it's like, oh, we could just print these ourselves for pennies on the dollar. And it's like, yeah, when on a surface level, it makes sense until somebody dies because of that. That's like the shitty thing when it comes to government and military stuff. It's like airplane stuff. It's like for anyone who does airplane stuff, you know how expensive airplane bolts are. And, you know, on the surface level, you can go, well, why would I pay, you know, $150 for this screw when I could just go to Crappy Tire and get this screw, you know? Well, it's because it's not rated. It doesn't have the paper trail. It doesn't have like all that extra stuff that goes with airplane grade. This isn't $150 because they decided. It's $150 because they're each made specifically to spec. And of the 10 that they made, 7 of them were sacrificed in destructive testing to confirm that the 3 that they sold are actually good. So it's one of those stupid things that it's like, it costs that much because on the surface level it's dumb, but it makes sense once you dive into it, and it sucks. And then you add you know, everyone's skimming their little share off the top along the way too. So yeah. So it's one of those stupid things that, like, when you look at it, it's like, why would they charge that? It's like, well, because it costs 10 grand, probably because of, one, everyone's skimming their little share, but also how much R&D was put into making that thing, and does, like, how are they making their money back on it? Because low volume production things in certain fields, the object itself isn't where the money is spent. The money was spent prior to it developing the thing, and now that they're mass producing it, they're producing such a low volume of them for a niche market that they need to make their money back on a low production object, so they're going to charge a lot for it. It's one of those stupid things. It's one of those stupid things that, like, yeah, don't get me wrong, I definitely believe there's some fat to be trimmed, but it's like, anything involving people's lives, if it's like that plane that crashed. It's like that plane that crashed in the UK there, where they found out that the air intake was 3D printed, right? Imagine if, like, people die in an event and they do the after action report and the investigation, and it finds out, oh, it's because they cheaped out and used a 3D printed part instead of the certified part. That shit don't go over good. That shit don't go over good. It's one of those things that, like, it sucks, but there might be a reason. I'm not saying there's always a reason, but there might be a reason. Paper trails and certifications cost money, and that's kind of what you pay for a lot of the time. Someone saved money on the O-rings on Challenger. Exactly. I just watched a video on the Challenger, or space shuttles, this morning. You gotta love when you come across, like, a random 2-hour short history of something, and it's a 2-hour deep dive on the whole thing. You're like, okay, well, I know what I'm doing this morning for breakfast. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. So, somebody linked a config, but it's not a config. The config there, the printers for ants one. Yeah, so this is the problem. There are some configs. So printer.cfg, Micron. So the problem is, we're missing all these things. So what we're gonna have to do is basically make a stock config for this. I am totally gonna cheat and use the stock boron config and then just merge it. Because why not? Because what we're gonna do is basically take the stock config, and then we're just gonna rip and tear and copy and paste and make it work. You'll see what I mean. So we copy all this over. Yes, I know there are better ways to do this, but we're just gonna copy all this over. Copy, copy, copy. Copy, copy, copy. Okay, cool. Copy all that. Control copy. Error, machine. Printer.cfg. All that. Delete, boom. Okay. Now the other thing is, one of the things I don't like, and why I may, sometimes, a lot of time, everyone has their own way of doing stuff when it comes to, I know the pins are linked, I know. Everyone has their own way of doing stuff, and I'm like that when it comes to Clipper configs. I like having my Clipper configs kind of set up on a main board and printer itself in printer.cfg. Any additional board is in an additional CFG, and then macros are in their own CFG. I know some people, like the Pantheon, like it's all, like, you look at their printer.cfg and there's nothing in it. It's all just include xyz.cfgs, because they do nested. I don't like doing that for these kind of machines. And also, like, the way I have it is where I have, like, all the includes and the printer stuff at the top. So it's like, okay. So we're gonna need, let me see here, LDO Nighthawk 36. Yeah, see what I mean? Like, board pins, like, So we're gonna have to LDO, what is this board anyways? What is this actual board? Is it the Nighthawk 36? I probably should have saved the box for it. I think it's the Nighthawk 36. LDO Nighthawk 36. Yeah, it's this board. Okay. So this is one of those things that, like, it takes me a minute to get everything kind of going the way I want to, but then once I get it in the way I want to, I'm happy. So let's find all this. So where is the config? Where's the config? Example config. Is there an example config? Clipper config files, there we go. Okay, so copy all that. So what do they call it here? They call it an LDO NH36. Okay, save and close. So create file. I'm just going to call it Nighthawk 36. nh36.cfg. Create. Boom. Save. Close. .cfg. Okay. So include mainsail.cfg. We don't have fluid. MCU. Yeah, like, no, I don't like that. I don't like that way. Don't like that. Okay. Because we should, wait. Yeah, what is this? 36.cfg. Okay. Okay, actually, let me pull this guy, because we're in. So we only have one. We are only seeing one board right now. So do we got to flash the Nighthawk? Let me double check. Or wait, no. So fun fact, I'm going to tell you all a fun fact. Okay, are you ready for a fun fact? Toolhead boards work better when you actually have them plugged into the printer. I don't have a USB cable going from the Nighthawk to the Raspberry Pi. 1 second. I'm like, where's my Nighthawk? Where's my Nighthawk? It's right there. Why isn't it showing up? Oh wait, I forgot to plug it in. Let me find a USB-C. Oh, there we go. We're still working on those wireless toolhead boards. One day they'll be available, but not today. Not today. In your hole. There we go. There we go. So I'm gonna have to reboot this. Okay, 1 second here. Save. Okay, 1 second, let me reboot. Actually, let me do it within here. Shut down, do it properly. Back on. 0-point energy tool heads. That would be fun. That would be fun. First thing they teach you at help desk, never assume the person calling has already eliminated the really obvious. I am still blown away by the fact that computer literacy is going down. Like, it is an actual noticeable trend with computer literacy going down with younger generations. It's like millennials and like the tail end of the Gen X and the very beginning of Gen Z are like the only group that like are actually computer literate, because boomers don't know what a mouse is and the younger generation don't know what files and folders are because they're just used to everything being an app on a touchscreen tablet. And it's like, wait a minute. Okay. The files are in the computer. Okay. Why are we only showing one thing? USB Clipper STM32.743. That is gotta be the main board, right? The Nighthawk should be STM32H. STM32H743, yeah. So that's that. Why is that not showing up? Why is our toolhead board not showing up? Because that's that one, STM32. Oh, no, there's the Raspberry Pi. Okay, so we're just gonna have to flash it. We're just gonna have to flash it. It's not flashed. Okay. I thought it would be flashed from the factory, but it is not. So we're gonna have to flash it. Yeah, it's the RP2040. Is there any jumpers I need to put on this? I have the one jumper already for the probe. So the probe's on 5 volts, so we shouldn't burn that out, hopefully. Yeah. And if you want to see, the probe has a little yellow light there. Oop, what did I hit? Oh, I touched that. The probe has a little yellow light right there. Oop, 1 second here. So you can see it on the toolhead board, and when you touch the nozzle, it activates. See it? So the probe works, because the probe is just its own thing. I have 2 MCUs listed. Do I have 2? I only have 1. I have this MCU, and then I have this MCU. This one is the main board, and it's already flashed. This is the toolhead board, and it's unflashed, because we're only seeing the one right there. Yeah, we're only seeing the one that's already flashed. So this one we can copy over. Oh wait, oh no! No, it's showing both. It's showing both. Wait. Since when does it show it on one line? Every other time I've run this command, it's boom, boom, not boom, boom. Since when does it show them side by side on one line? It normally shows them boom, boom, one or the other. I mean, we don't have to flash it now. Oh, did I run the, is it a different command? Oh, I didn't put list. Oh. You would think I would, Linux, I would figure it out by now. It's been like, 6 years of building printers with Clipper. You think I would figure it out by now, but no. No, it is all one line. Okay, so we're good. Okay. So, copy this guy. Okay. So this is machine.cfg. So we have bing, bang, boom. I'm gonna get rid of all this. Don't need that. Bing, bing, bong. Actually, no. I'll get rid of not all that. NH36. There we go. USB clipper, blah, 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 blah. Bing, bang, boom. How much does this kit cost? It depends where you live in the world and what reseller you're purchasing it through. I have a link in the video description. The first one is a link to all the LDO resellers. Find whatever one's closest to you and see what they have. It is an open source DIY kit. So if you're like comparing this to like a Saval Zero, it's not going to be as cost effective. It's not, but it's a DIY kit. It is what it is. Okay. My computer just did the doot-doot noise. I lost my Stream Deck. One second. I lost my Stream Deck. One second. Quit Stream Deck. Quit Stream Deck. Stream Deck. Load Stream Deck. Gohan is a myth. Isn't he like super overpowered though in Dragon Ball? Come on. Come on, Stream Deck. Come back to me. I need you so I could change screens while I'm streaming. What is going on here? And now it won't launch. Ever tell you I hate Windows? And now it won't launch. Windows. Stream Deck. Come on. Come on, Stream Deck. There we go. Okay, load the profile. There we go, we're back. Someone get me Bill Gates. Okay. Also, I am doing an experiment today since we've got most of the people in chat. Okay, so we're doing a science. Okay, if you're a channel member, let me know if you're getting ads. Okay, things are the way they are. I've enabled ads on YouTube streams, but if you are a channel member and you're seeing ads, let me know and I'll disable them. No ads. Someone reported that they did already. Damn it. I really wish they did it like YouTube. I really wish they did it like Twitch. Nope, no ads. I'm YouTube Premium channel member, no ads. Well, yeah, you got a 30-second one 10 minutes ago. Was it unskippable, Chevron? Shit. No ads, only a pre-roll ad. I had 2 ads. Okay, Chevron seems to be the only channel member that's gotten an ad so far. Let me know if you get another one, Chevron. I have them set very minimal. I have them set minimal. I want to run one stream with ads just to see how much of an effect it has. It's unskippable. Oh, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. I want to run one stream with ads just to see what the actual outcome is. If it's not worth it, like if it's like $1, I'm going to disable it. I'm not saying ad blockers are a thing, but I just want to run one stream with ads to see how it is, because YouTube, their algorithm has not been friendly to the channel over the last little bit. So I'm trying out some stuff. So anyways, okay. So we don't need CAN bus bullshit. Okay, so printer, Core XY, max velocity, 200, 300. Max XL 5,000, 10,000. Max said, that's fine. Okay. So, temperature sensor MCU. Where are these ones? Toolhead board. Sensor type. I'm going to have to do a bunch of this random configuration bullshit, aren't I? I'm just going to get rid of all this because I can add this stuff later. Toolhead board sensor. That'll be all in the Nighthawk anyways. Yeah, I know. Well, they call it Nighthawk 36. You know what? I'm going to rename it. I'm going to rename it because I think they reference it as toolhead board. Let's rename it. Let's just call it THB. 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 Save. Include toolhead board. There we go. THB. Edit file. Nope. Rename. THB. Toolhead board. Rename. There we go. Okay. So now the fun part. They have this, which is the LDO Leviathan config. So it's like, here is your X step, Y step. I don't really like using this kind of setup. I'd much rather LDO Nighthawk pinout, or not Nighthawk, Leviathan. I'm more of a fan of looking at the pinout of something. And looking at like the pinout map on a board and literally like going, okay, I have something plugged in there. That is this, that is that. Those are the pins. I don't like looking at just like a spreadsheet because you don't know if the person that made that sheet is using the same motor assignments as you are in the same locations and yada, yada, yada. Well, that's kind of 7 border, X7 border 925. You need more X's in the front and back. Then it's like 2004 gamer tag-ish. The reason I just want to see it as is. I'm running one stream with minimal ads. I just want to see what the outcome is at the end to see how it affects stuff. Simple as that. Setup guide. Where is schematic? No, I want pinout, pinout, pinout. Media, manual. Which version do we have here? Does it even say on here which version we have? Is it a, does it, I don't even see a name on it. Oh, the name is oh, no, V1.3. We got V1.3. Okay. And download that, open that. Give me the pinout. Give me the pinouts. Here we go, pinouts. Ah, dang it, they don't have it. Ah, I like the way Big Tree Tech does it, where they have like an exploded diagram around it. Instead, we have this pin assignment thing. Okay. That's kind of annoying. Tiburon gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers and appreciated. And downloads. Let me open one more thing here. Let me open up the wiring diagram. Oh wait, no, that's LDO Micron Plus. If you got a gifted membership there by Tiburon, make sure you thank them. There we go. So now we know which our motors are and all that. Okay, let's get this movable feast underway. So, pull this, you're gonna come out. You're gonna go over there, you're gonna go over there. And then you're gonna come over here. Is it worth buying the Physek Venture or the Saval SV08 Max? Susanna Storm, it really depends what you're looking to get out of a printer. I have a Venture XL. There's a reason that I've managed to do like 20 streams on it. It is finicky. And the moment you enclose it, it runs into issues with thermal expansion. But it's also a lot more modular. I think overall, it will have a longer lifespan than an SV08 Max, just because the SV08 Max, it's built to a budget. Whereas the Venture XL, you know, I could put a monolith gantry on it if I want, but it's going to cost more. Also, the problem with the Venture XL is all the electronics are kind of shite, because I've gutted all the electronics out of it already to replace them with Big Tree Tech electronics. So Physek isn't known for having the best electronics. Okay, so Stepper X, which is our B motor, which is where's our B motor? Is this motor. Okay, so that motor. So Stepper X, which is the B motor, is that one there, which is our, this guy here, because this is upside down, right? Yeah, that's flipped. So it's, no, go away. That guy there, Stepper X, and Stepper X is, gotta zoom in. HV Zephyr 0, which is these guys. There we go. Okay. So step pin is PB15. Direction pin, PB11. Enable pin, PG0. And then, where's diag? Uncommon if using end stop switches. We aren't using end stop switches. Where do you put, oh, diag goes down in the other section, yeah. Okay, so position end stop. Position max. PB10. What do you mean PB10? Oh, for step? Where'd I read 15 from? I'm just blind. PB10 direction pen is PB11. PG0 is that for enable. Okay. Uncommon for Manta. Comment for Leviathan. Okay, so we get rid of this now. TMC Stepper X. So the CS pin is PB15. Oop. SPI bus. Is that the diag pin? That would be the diag pin, right? I think that's the, is that the diag pin, the SPI bus, I think? I think that's the S, or is it the UART? There is no UART. PF15. PE. Oh, yeah, that's PE, sorry. PE. Triple 8 false. We are using Sensorless. Will be SPI. Yeah, so I'm just, what is the SPI? Because I don't see it here. This is the joy of not having full setups. There's the diag pin. So diag is PG1. Yeah, what is the SPI pin? Stepper X. It shows no SPI pin. Oh, SPI. Well, it uses 5160s. They're on the board already. They're on the Leviathan already. Like, they're already on the board. And yes, we are going sensorless. Wow, I'm surprised the LDO kit just doesn't have a pre-made config for it. That's kind of surprising. That the LDO kit just doesn't have a pre-made config and I have to roll my own. How does sensorless work? The motors, the drivers can detect a voltage spike when so when you move, it draws a current, but if it hits something and it detects resistance, it causes a voltage spike, and that voltage spike is what is the sensorless homing, essentially, or the current spike or whatever. PB15, so it is the CS pin? Okay. So there is no SPI? I did write PE. PE. CS pin PE. There is, I didn't write PB15 anywhere. Sam Trem, you're behind the times. Sam Trem, you're in the past. You're in the past. So what is the SPI bus? What is, I don't see any SPI. SPI. Is there an SPI anywhere? Clipper has a generic LDO. Yeah, that's just like a generic printer config. That has nothing to do with like this. That's PA6. I'm just trying to find where that would be. Where is SPI? Like there's UART. That's for the Pi though. CAN bus. What else do I have with a Leviathan in it? Do you have a Leviathan in it? Or do you have a Kraken? You have a Manta. No, they don't. They don't have, like, here. I'll show you. I'll show you. So this is the Micron example, and they have a Leviathan config, which is just this. This is all they have in the Leviathan config. They don't have a pre-made config for this printer. They just have like stock config for generic, and then you have to pull in the pins from everything. But like for Leviathan, it shows no SPI pin. So do I even need an SPI pin? Do I need the SPI pin there? Because it shows X is just these. There's a CS pin, which is PE15, and an X diag pin, which is PG1, but I guess there is no, or I'll just leave it as SPI4, whatever. I'll just leave it as is. Okay. So stepper Y would be this guy then. So step pin, PF15. Y is PF14. Enable pin, PE9. Rotation distance is, sure, it's the same. I'll leave that all alone. Uncomment if you MMOS switches, we are not using end stop. Uncomment for 350 build. Yep. PE11, SPI4, sure, whatever. That. Diag pin is PE10. I'm just going to try this list and hopefully it's up to date. Used for Sensorless? Yeah, we are using Sensorless. So, I'm assuming, since it is for Leviathan, that this is correct. I'm assuming this is correct for now. Z steppers. Z. Okay. Because they have this SPI here. So is this the SPI I need? Like, what is this? I don't like these. Second skippable ad. Okay, well, bear with it. It sucks. I really wish YouTube did ads the way where Twitch does it, where if you're a channel member, you just don't get ads because you're already supporting the channel. And I don't think there's a way I can... Yeah, there's no setting. I wish there was a setting for that. Like, I really wish there was a setting. Let me see here. Monetization, automatic. I can schedule them. Like, I have them for the lowest setting. Automatic mode optimizes user experience for channel members and snoozes ads during high engagement moments. So how is it what does optimize for channel members mean? So, did I typo? Did I typo something? I did. Enable pin PE9. Okay. So we're just gonna do the one stream with them, and I just want to see how it fares. I just want to see how it fares. I just want to see, like, if I run lowest ads on a stream and you get 1 or 2 ads and it's worth it monetarily, I'll keep doing it. But if it's like $1, I'm not gonna bother. I want to see what the actual outcome is for running ads on a stream, because I've never actually done it, because I hate doing it. But Taxman is the Taxman. Direction pin. Enable pin. Probe Z virtual end stop. I don't have an end stop pin because I have a Nighthawk. So we're gonna have to change this to probe GPIO. So that'll be toolhead board GPIO 10, because we're using this probe as our end stop. So Bearded Printer gifted a community membership. Cheers and appreciate it. And Steve Knobs became a channel member. Cheers and appreciate it. Have I paid my pound of flesh? No. So I usually wait till, like, in Canada, you have till like mid-March or mid-May to do your taxes. You have till like May 15th. So usually, because I get paid at the end of the month for everything, I wait till I get my like April paycheck and then I do my taxes all at once. Because like I call in all my commissions and everything, and then yeah. Position max. So by the way, it is advertised as like 180 millimeters cubed, but it's like really like 173 by like 190 by, it's like a weird oddball size because of dimensions and whatnot. It's going to depend on the tool head you use and your Z switch and all that. You might be able to get a bit more out of it. It really depends on what you're doing. Okay, Stepper Z, UART PD5. Okay, Z1 step is PC12. Direction pin, PC11. Enable pin. I am leaving the exclamation marks for reversing. I am leaving those. PD2. And Z1 UART PD0. Z2 PC9. Z2 direction. PC8. Rotation pin. Or not rotation, enable. PD2. And UART. PD0. Oh wait, no, this is 2. PA8. And I'm looking at the wrong ones. Shoot, I'm looking at the wrong ones. Z2 enable is PC. PC8. PC9. Okay, yeah, there we go. 8, 9, 8, 10. Okay. The good thing with Klipper is if you F it up, it just yells at you and goes, hey, dummy, you put the wrong pin in here or using it twice. Go fix it. That's one of the nice things with Klipper. It has built-in error correction or error detection. Z3 is that a G? PG6. Enable PC7. UART PG8. Okay. I won't be doing any of that. Extruder. I won't be doing any of this because this is going in the toolhead board. So I'm going to copy all this out. Control copy, delete, save. Toolhead board.cfg. You know what? I will. Notepad. Just put that there for now. Am I having fun yet? Oh, we're having fun now, Mr. Krabs. We are, of course we're having fun. I'm always having fun. Who doesn't have fun? It's SPI4. Okay, so it's Steve 3D. It is. The thing is, like, everything else you have to pull from whatever specific controller board you're using, but that one's already filled out. It would have been really nice to just, like, in the example config, instead of me like freaking out going like, okay, this is all filled, but this one isn't, just have pre-filled, no need to change. Just put that there. So then I know I don't have to F with that, right? Like, because every other pin I have to adjust, except for this one. So, hey, pre-filled, no need to change. Ooh, right? Comments are your friend. Talk to anyone, like this is gonna, vibe coding is gonna be a bitch to deal with for anyone who vibe codes or inherits a project that's vibe coded, because I have no idea how the comments will be in vibe. I have no idea how vibe coded comments are. Like, I feel sorry for people who have to take over vibe coded projects, because they're probably gonna be like, oh, what the heck is this? Okay, so heater pin. So those are end stops for X, Y, we don't need that. Z, well, we don't need that. MCU probe, no, we don't need that. It's a COBOL spaghetti code. Okay, bed heater, there we go. So heater bed is PG11. Okay, sensor type is probably generic 3950. Sensor pin, PA2. Max power 1, min temp 0, max temp 120, control PID. Okay, good there. Pull up resistor, sure. Probe configs. We don't have, oh. There's a PZ probe section. Include PZ probe. Is there a PZ probe? PZprobe.cfg. Oh shit. Copy. I have never set up a PZ probe with this. So I guess, save and close. I guess we will include it. Create file, pzprobe.cfg. Okay. I have never done a PZ probe setup. GPIO 10, I believe. I've always, well, I mean, to be fair, I've only used the PZ probe once before. And when I used it before, I basically set it up like tap. I just took the tap config and just told it that was the end stop. So this has a bunch of this stuff in it. So we'll leave it like this. We'll leave it like this. We'll see what it does. So then what would I have for the end stop here? Would it be virtual end stop? What would I have back here for the end stop instead of GPIO? Shoot, what would be the? It'd be virtual end stop, right? Probe Z virtual end stop, yeah. So we go back to that. Probe Z virtual end stop, yeah. Because we are using the PZ probe. And I don't like it down here. I don't like this whole, no, any includes go at the top. Any includes go at the top. All right, fan control, fan. MCU fan. So this wouldn't be in here because the part fan is going to be in the Nighthawk config, I think. For fan, extruder, that fan, yeah. So I wish it saved where you were at. I wish it saved where you at when you leave and come back. I wish. Oh, actually, I think it does. Does it? Okay. So we don't need this fan because that fan is not going to be in there. Because this is the toolhead forward fan, or that's the part cooling. Hot end fan, that's also not going to be in here because that's going to be in the toolhead board section. So get rid of that. Controller fan, there we go. So MCU fan is PB7. Okay. LED control. I will enable this, but we don't have it right now. So chamber LED, PE6. There we go. I've seen some includes at the top not work because some sections are dependent on others being pre-configured. I could see that, but I've never had that run into a problem with a setup I've been doing. So hopefully it doesn't bite me in the ass. I just like having them at the top because it's just like, you know, you think you're building something, and the first thing you do is you pull in all your parts. So I'm looking at it like, you know, the printer config, this is all the stuff it references, because it makes hunting down what I need to look into a lot easier. Because it's like, it's not too bad in a small printer like this, but like something like this, it's nice having the list of everything, because sometimes you might have multiple configs. You might have, like, you know, a high voltage config and a low voltage config, and it might have all these configs and not all of them are being used. So it's nice to have right at the top, these are the ones being used. At least that's just how my brain works when it comes to this stuff. I mean, if it does give an error, I'll just bring it down lower. I'll just bring it back down, because I remember it was, you know, above fan control. So Andrew Rogers, $10, cheers and appreciated for the just use some whiteout on the screen to mark your place fund. I used to use sticky notes. When I was an insurance broker, we had all the software that we had used was all this weird custom software that was kind of janky. And it was like written for like Windows 2000, and we were using it in like 2011. So some of it, like, you couldn't scroll, or like some of it would be big blocks of text and you couldn't highlight it or anything, and you had to read it. So I would just use a sticky note and just like put it on my screen to remember where I was at. It was really annoying. Okay, so we got the case light. We don't have chamber light. Carbon filter. So, fan, generic fan. Where is the generic fan? Also, this doesn't seem to be, there we go, okay. Extra. Okay, filter fan. Where is filter fan? MCU fed, band fan, PF7. So what's the difference between filter fan and bed fan? I'm assuming filter fan is the one we're using, PF7, because we are plugged into that one, I'm assuming. Bed fan, I'm assuming bed fan is filter fan. Fan 2. Which one is this? Toolhead board. Oh no, that's filter. Okay, so filter fan is fan 3. So fan 3 is PF9. 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 Because that's what the filter fan says. Filter fan is 9. And then I have bed fan is 2, but I don't think we're using bed fan. Yeah, bed fan I think would be the additional, if you had the 2 additional, which I don't have. We only have the filter fan. And that's in fan 3. And fan 3 is PF9. Because I don't think we have a taco on it. Yeah, no, it's got no taco. Okay. Fan generic filter, there we go. Bed fan controls. So is this, we don't have this. We don't have that. Yeah, we don't have that. Verify heater chamber. We don't have a chamber heater. Or is this the heat soak? What is this? Because I don't think there's a thermistor in there. I mean, we got the bed thermistors. Did I even set up the bed thermistors? I mean, I did. Yeah. So why do I have 2 thermistors on the bed? I don't know. I'm not using that extra stuff anyways. Idle timeout, quad gantry level. There's that. For 180. There we go. Oh, wait, no. I think that, yeah. How's it going? Oh, we're setting up a config. Print start based on print start macro from that. So we're using Orca Slicer. Do I touch any of this? Do I touch any of this? I put this in the slicer. Slicer starting G code. Oh, I see. All right. That's all start G code. That's all NG code, macros. I'll pull the macros out later, but okay, I think we're good there. Okay, so that's that. So now we go to toolhead board. So I don't think we need this because this will be in MCU NHK. Oh, they call it NHK here. Ah, that's what it is. That's what it is. Rename. NHK.CFG. Why can't I rename it? NHK.CFG. There we go. Rename. NHK.CFG. There we go. Okay. Okay, so we don't need this because this will be in the main printer.cfg. I mean, I could leave it here, but whatever. You know what? You know what? I will pull it over. I will pull it over. Control copy. I will pull it over. There we go. Okay, so that's that. Filament sensor. We do have a filament sensor. We only have the one above it. So the one above it is GPIO 3. Or is that 13? GPIO 3, yeah. So we only have the one above it plugged in right now. Or we have both. We have both. We have an above and below, but I think because we're not using any sort of we're not using a multi-material system, we only kind of want to use the one above it. So we have. Wait, why did I do that? Filament sensor here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 13 is the end stop pin, which we're not using. So we're not using the end stop pin on X. Filament sensor, so that's the upper one. So we are using that, GPIO 3. Okay. So our extruder is all of that and all of that. So we're gonna have to pull a lot more, which is why I pulled all this stuff. Look at all this stuff. So we copy all of this, Control copy. Okay. So, step pin. Direction pin. Enable pin. Heater pin. What is the sensor type on an E3D Revo? Revo Clipper config. What is the sensor type? It's a Symantec N104NT. N104. What is the? I mean, it's that. I don't know if that'll show up. Oh wait, uncomment for NH. Then what was this one? Extruder, step pin. Sensor pin. Nighthawk 36, control PID. ATC Symantec, yeah, okay. Oh, I gotta put the ATC first. Okay. Okay, so what extruder do we have? We have the G2 extruder, right? So we got that extruder and UART pin. What is UART? What is UART on this? UART pin is that. There we go. So I don't need any of this anymore. Okay, so there's our fans. So I have 2 hot end fans. So that should be the part cooling fan, or that should be just the regular fan, which is plugged into. Where's that fan plugged into? Because I should have. Okay, I got 2 fans for part cooling. So I got GPIO 6 and 13. Are they both GPIO 6? Oh, they're both on the same GPIO. Okay, that makes it really nice that they are wired in together. Okay. So heater fan is GPIO 5, which one's 5? I think it's this guy right here. Or no, it should be a 3-1, right? GPIO 7? No. 16. Or 5. Oh, yeah, GPIO 5. Okay, yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's good. GPIO, or, yeah, 6, 5, 16. Okay, probe is GPIO 10, which we're good there. Okay. So I'm gonna have to get rid of this because this is in our PZ probe section. We don't have any NeoPixels because I didn't install NeoPixels because that's just another failure point and it makes your toolhead heavier. So I don't put in toolhead NeoPixels. There we go. And temperature MCU. Sure. Save. Okay. Save. Okay, so we got to include all that. Okay, save and restart. What did I F up? Probe points and section resonance tester must be specified. Nighthawk. Oh. Oh, I mean. Well, it's 180, so what is it? 90, 90, 25. There we go. Oh. NCU Nighthawk has depreciated code. Compiling and reflashing is recommended. Okay. Machine and stops. X and Y are triggered. Z is open. So let's push that. Okay, we're not getting. Oh. Okay, what? It did trigger for a second. Okay. Get rid of that warning. Yeah, we have Clipper warning has depreciated code. Get rid of that. NHK has depreciated code. NHK has depreciated code. Cool, whatever. Okay, so that's that. Let's check our heaters. Make sure our heaters boot up. Make sure our fans work. That fan works. And it is heating up. Okay, so we're good there. Turn that off. Let's make sure our bed works. Heating the bed up. Okay, the bed is heating up on command, so we're good there. Okay. Voron. Ramon said hi. Hello. Documentation. Build. Initial startup. We're going to say it's a V2. Ooh. We got mainsail fluid. Reason tab. Verify temperatures. I'm done. Let's move on. Verify heaters. I'm done. Let's move on. Verify fans. Okay, let's make sure our fans work. So we got the part cooling fan. There's a little bit of rub on one of them I gotta fix, but they are working. Okay, filter fan. Yeah, that's working. Okay. I know it's funny that I'm going through the stock Voron thing. There's a reason, okay? This is one of those, you ever watch the police body cam videos where like you see an officer who's been a cop for like 40 years still pull out the card to read the Miranda rights? It's because if you end up going through the motion, eventually you will forget stuff. So, yeah, stepper buzz. So it costs nothing to pull up a checklist. Okay. Okay, that's the B motor, so that's working. And now the Y motor. Look, it's moving. Doing the separate buzzes. Okay, and now Z, which should be this one, and it should move up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down. Sweet. I think it does it 10 times. And then we should have this back one here next. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Just like your mom. Hey-yo. Z2. Ooh, no. Why are you moving? Z3? I have Z1 and Z2 backwards. Yeah, I know. Pulling up the... I just want to see if they have a different motor layout. So Z3 should be the front, yep. So I somehow got Z2 and Z3 backwards. So I'm going to... How did I do that? I can just unplug them and plug them in. I think it's a config thing though. I think it's a config thing. I got a feeling it's a config thing. Because the fact that they're moving correctly. Like, watch. Let me do Z2 again. Oh no, they are moving backwards. They are moving backwards. I just haven't plugged in wrong. Okay, I gotta turn this off. 1 second. Shut down. Okay. Power off. Always power off your printer before you mess with wiring. Yes, USBs you can hot swap. Stepper motors you can't. You will blow shit up. So, power the printer off, unplug it. You don't want to accidentally turn it on or accidentally touch a hot wire when you're fixing stuff. So the problem is there are these two here, and I have them nice and cable managed. So make sure the electricity tastes good. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Run an M84. I'd rather not, especially when everything's all nice and tight in there. The odds of you accidentally shorting something or accidentally unplugging something that can't be unplugged while it's powered on, it's one of those things. It's like, just don't F with it. Just don't F with it. Just it takes 2 seconds to unplug the printer and 30 seconds for it to boot back up. Don't risk it. It's not worth risking it. Okay, we're back. We're back. We're back, baby. Okay, so Z2 should be the rear. This guy. Up, down, up, down. Down, up, down. Yeah. Okay, and Z3. Corrupted data. Well, if you're going to power it off, to avoid corrupting your data, you just do shutdown first. You just, you can't see because I'm up there. But you make sure you click the shutdown and then power the printer off. And Z3 should be this front left, or front right from your view. Front left from my view. Okay, so that is good there. We've done our Zephyr buzzes. Now, let's see if we can home XY. Home X. Probably too sensitive. What should be the default value for sensorless for X and Y on 5160s? Because I'm assuming it just pre-triggered. It just homed it right at that. Try 75. I can never remember because some of them go from like 0 to 75 and negative 75. Some go from 0 to 140 or something. I can never remember what the actual like proper numbers are. Where is it? Oh wait, I'm looking in the wrong thing. Printer.cfg. There we go. Like what are they? 5160s? Yeah, they're 5160s. 5160 sensorless clipper. See what people say. Try 3, 42. They have it in the Clipper docs, yeah. You're set for 3. Okay, let's try 3. Let's try 3. I can hear the doggo outside barking. Where is... There and there. Okay, 3 and 3. Let's try 3. Save and restart. Okay, home X. Home Y. Okay, it worked, but it went the wrong way. So X isn't working, and Y went the wrong way. Shoot. So that means Y is going that way. And I don't know which way X is working. So we gotta figure something out. Why is X not working? So... Well, I can't do the diagram until we figure out which way X is moving. That's the problem. We need to know which way X is moving. That's our problem. We need to figure out what X is doing. But X is not sensorlessing. It's just automatically triggered. So that would be, where is it? TMC, sensorless. Where is it? Tuning. Choose homing speed. -64 is the most sensitive, 63 is the least. So I should up the value to make it less sensitive. So let's try 10. Let's try 10 for X. Y seems to be okay. Okay, home X. Nope. Let's try 20. Yeah, because it's 5160s. 63 is the least sensitive. So the higher the value, the less sensitive it is. Because if it's triggering before it moves, it should be super sensitive, right? So let's try 20. Yeah, it's... Yeah. It shouldn't be that high, though. Actually, shoot, do I have the right diag pin, maybe? Micron Plus. LDO Leviathan. Downloads. Let me make sure I have the right pin. So Oh shoot, that's not what I meant to do. Machine, printer.cfg, X is the B motor, and the B motor is, which one is the B motor? Is that guy, is stepper 0, and stepper 0, diag is PD6, and in here, it's PG1. It is showing steppers. Oh wait, high volt 0. There you go, PG1. No, it is PG1. It is PG1 and PE10. PG1, PE10 with pull-ups. No, that is correct. That is correct. Maybe we'll just do 60. Save and restart. I'm getting nothing. It's just, What's the command to let me move freely with Klipper? What's the command to let me move freely with Klipper? Stepper X missing a lot of config. It shouldn't be. .cfg. Yeah, high volt stepper, stepper X. Like there's some extra stuff in there, and then stepper X is that. Oh wait, what do I have 2 here? Or no, that's sensorless. Yeah, that's sensorless. Yeah, no, that's the same. I just have all this extra stuff in the middle. Stepper X, stepper X. Stepper Y, stepper Y. Is there a jumper? Am I missing a jumper, maybe? Because it's working on Y. Is there jumpers on this for high volt? LDO. Okay. Jumpers. There are several jumpers. Begin all jumpers on the MC. Remove all the probe voltage, fan voltage. Is there jumpers for sensorless? There's no sensorless. Firmware, Klipper. I don't see anything. Don't see. Like, I've got jumpers up here. That's for fans. I got a 6-pin jumper there. I don't see any jumpers by any of the, like, there's just the jumpers here. For this pack here, and it doesn't say anything. I mean, I don't think having, like, I can move here. I'll move these into here, but I don't think that'll matter. Like, I don't think having this all in one section will matter too much. Is there a switch? There shouldn't be any switch. Yeah, 5160s I don't think have. It just seems really weird that it's, maybe I gotta make it less sensitive or more sensitive or something. Because normally you set it for like 0. Everyone I know uses like 0 for these values. Let's try 0. Okay, home X. Nothing. Set kinematic position. Yeah, let me set kinematic position X. Okay. 90, Y 90. Okay. Unknown command. What do you mean unknown command? How is that an X equals 90? Set kinematic position is not a command. What is my sense resistor set to? Should be the correct one. Stepper X sense resistor is 75, same as the Y. 75, yeah, 75, 75. Oh, do I gotta add force move? I only get one value to work well. Changing SGT up or down by 1 either fails a home or hits the side of the axis hard. Lower the current and hike up the homing speed. That's an octopus. For use driver SGG -4. -64. Why not? If it does something, it does something. If it don't do nothing, it don't do nothing. Home X, go. No movement. Well, I tried 60. I tried 60. Set kinematic position is not working. How is set kinematic position not working? I do have force move in the config. Set kinematic. I don't see set position. No. Set extruder, set print stats, pressure advance, set temperature. I don't see set kinematic position. Yeah, there's only jumpers for the fans. Is it fully plugged in? I'm not going to say that's a dumb question because I could be dumb. No, they're all plugged in. Like, everything's plugged in. Yeah, those are plugged in. Everything's plugged in. Everything is plugged in. Motors are getting power. Force move, enable force move, true. Oh. 1 second here. Okay, force move, enable force move, true. Malform command equal 90. Okay, so I have X is at 90. Okay, so it moves. It moves backwards. And okay, so positive X. Let me look at my diagram here. So positive X moves the tool head to the right. Positive Y moves it to the back. So positive X moves the tool head to the right, and Y moves to, what am I doing? Or does it home to negative, or homes to negative, right? Or no, it homes to positive. So positive X goes that way. Positive Y goes backwards. Yeah. That seems to be moving correctly, right? Positive X, negative X, positive Y towards the back, negative Y. That's the correct homing. So why, when I home Y, does it go this way? Unless should it be stepper Y? Home min 0. Homing positive direction true. Yeah, homing positive direction true. Homing positive direction true. But when I hit home Y, I'm getting moved out of range. Shoot, disable motors. Home Y. Home X. Home Y. It's going to the left. Something is effed up. Okay, X. So it should be doing clockwise, right? So it's doing clockwise. Yeah. And Y. Yeah, they're both going clockwise. They're both going clockwise. Something is not right. Something is not right. Because they're both doing clockwise. They're both doing clockwise. Which is when you stepper buzz them, rotate clockwise first, then back counterclockwise. Yeah, so these are both moving correctly. So those are both doing correctly. So then why, when I home Y, it homes the wrong way, and homing X doesn't work at all? And do I have a pin messed up somewhere? LDO Leviathan. Let me pull up LDO Micron GitHub. Documentation, firmware. Slicer bed model. No, wait, where's config? Config. Leviathan. Stepper X. So CS pin is PE15. SPI, okay, actually, let me scroll up. Step pin, PB10. Direction pin, PB11. Enable pin, PG0. CS pin, PE15. And diag pin is PG1. Y, PF15, PF14, PE9, PE11, PE10. It's the sensorless homing is just... End stop pin, virtual end stop. Y, virtual end stop. Yeah, on the Y it seems okay. Like, default is 1. I don't think it matters. Move this down. Okay, so if I home X, nothing happens. If I home Y, it homes, but it goes left. But it's home now. But now it's moving the correct... Is there a broken motor? Because I home X, it goes this way, but then when I command an X move, okay, so X works. So X goes positive and negative. But why, when I hit home Y, this moves this way, and then after it homes, I can move it front to back okay. And it thinks it's home to max, which is 173.90. Something is up with the motors. Something is up with the motors. Something is up with the motors. Because I don't think they're working together properly. Something is up with these motors not working together properly. Where are these freaking homing macros? Something is up with... Something is up with it. Because they're not moving properly together. Is the motion set for Core XY? I'm checking that right now. It should be. Yeah, it is set for Core XY. It is set for Core XY. You have a homing override section and piezo probe. PZ probe. Bed mesh, homing override, XYZ. Do I have a safe set home? I don't see a safe set home. There is no safe set home. What is the piezo thing? Safe Z home. How is it called? Let me pull it up. Clipper Safe Z home. I just want to make sure the safe Z home. Show me what it looks like. Bed mesh. Safe Z home. Show me Safe Z home. Yeah. Okay, let me just paste this so I don't lose it. Copy that. Okay. Safe Z home. 90. Speed 50. Nope. Z hop 10. Sure. Oop. Okay. Option home XY is not valid in bed mesh. Oh. There we go. Okay, so maybe it was a homing override thing. Okay, home X. Nope, home Y. Okay, now neither of them are working. But that's a good thing, I think. Okay, so let's go to printer. Let's change both these sensor values. Let's try 3. Somebody said 3, so we'll try 3. Save and restart. Okay. Home X. Home Y. Because it thinks it's homing. It thinks it's homing, so I can do a negative Y, negative X. So X and Y work in the correct writing, like in the correct positions. It's just too sensitive. So let's so 3, try 10. Try 10. I know 5160s are finicky with sensorless, but that's what this kit comes as. This kit comes with, it's meant to be sensorless. It doesn't come with X, Y, N stops. X, nope. Y, nope. It's auto triggering. Homing positive direction is true. Homing positive direction is true. I'm trying to remember. I think, am I missing sensorless homing? Limitations, stall guard, so it's 5160s, tuning. Positive 63 is the least, I know. Retract distance 0. I think I have retract distance 0 set up already. Yeah, 0. Okay, you know what? Screw it. Let's try 63. Screw it. I mean, worst case scenario, it crashes, but then we know it's actually moving, and then we can start dialing it back. 63, 63. So this will be the least sensitive value. So like this should have to like slam into the wall. for it to do anything. Home X. Home Y. Home All. And then it shut down. NHK ADC out of range. Sure. Try a faster homing speed. Oh, do we lose something here? ADC out of range. Do we lose something? Oh, we did. Shoot. Shoot. Okay, 1 second. I gotta fix a wiring issue. My thermistor wire broke off. 1 second. Let me fix you. No, the thermistor, one of the thermistor wires de-wired itself. That's okay. What time are we at anyways? 4:12. I was really hoping we'd get printing something today. Considering how quickly we got the Clipper config set up, I was like, oh, heck yeah, we're going to be printing soon. All I got to do is get XYZ homing. But no. Frickin' printer's like, no. Oh, this is awkward to do. This is awkward to do. It's like, oh man, we're grooving. Damn it. Nope. By the way, I'm hearing thunder and lightning like crazy outside right now. So if I suddenly disappear, it's because my power is out. Because, one second. I'm gonna have to get my air. Hopefully, if all goes well, I don't need that anymore. Who's outside my door? Who's outside my door? Oh, that is. Yeah, it's raining. It's raining. It's raining. It's raining. And I saw a lightning flash, so yeah. If I happen to disappear, and I'm not back within 5 minutes, assume the power went out, and we will do the draw on another stream. There we go. No, I crunched it. Damn it. Okay, I think I fixed it. I gotta unplug you. Of course, it happens on the one that's like a bitch to get at. Oh wow, they both broke off. Who did the crimp job on this originally? What a horrible crimp. Whoever crimped this did a horrible job. What were they smoking? Whatever it was not good. This is so annoying. We'll go with this camera, why not? Tornado warning to the south of you? Oh shit. Well, I can hear the rain. Let me unplug the printer while I'm working on the wiring here. Just in case. I don't want like the house getting zapped with electricity and it traveling through the printer and electrocuting myself. That'd be a kind of a shit way to go. I mean, it would be poetic. Like if I was gonna go out in a shitty way, getting electrocuted by a 3D, god damn it. Getting electrocuted, trying to crimp on wires when you're in such a small position suck. I mean, going out, getting electrocuted by a 3D printer as a 3D printing YouTuber, it is poetic. Damn it, I put it the wrong way. I can't see it this way. There we go. I mean, I wouldn't want to go out at all, but unfortunately the healthcare that YouTube provides and life insurance is not quite good, if you catch my drift. There we go. There we go. Okay. I think I crimped on the wrong connectors. Shit. These use the little ones, don't they? They do. Damn it. Not the big GHTs, they use the little H. Shit, 1 second. Ah. Good content. No, this is not good content. This is me bungling up something that should be done. Okay. Where do I have any more of these little connectors, or am I effed? No, I still have some. Good. Everyone say hi, David. Yeah, we got thunderstorms right now. How's the radar map looking? How's the radar map looking? Oh, that's a lot of green and orange. Well, if I get electrocuted, I get electrocuted. Need to go back to down under, what's this? pH at funny angles, what about it? Restarting Linux, what about restarting Linux? When I saw troubleshooting some prototype SPI drivers a few months and go to the point Linux restart fix it. I mean, it might work after I reboot it here, we'll see, but I gotta get these stupid wires recrimped. Damn it. I freaking hate these little wires. These little pHs are an absolute nightmare to work on. Because they don't want to, like, actually... Okay, one. Okay, one's crimped. Just hoping I didn't break anything doing this. Because the last thing I want to do is have to pull out all the wiring and redo the whole solder joint and everything. So, here's hoping. Yeah, these little connectors are a bitch. As the French would say, they are le bitch. And it doesn't help when they're already like been crimped before and you're trying to like get in there in a tight position. There we go. Okay. Let's see what we got here. One, two. I don't want to actually click in. Okay. There we go. Plugged in. Okay. If this doesn't work, I'm going to have to re-solder the wire probably. So we'll see. Fun times. Well, it's got to be small connectors and it's going to be tight just for the fact that it's a toolhead board and there's really not a lot, like there's not a ton of room. Oh, that is so cool. A webcomic I've been reading is getting a 2-episode OVA. Oh, that's cool. Okay, well, it's not freaking out. So I didn't break the wire, so we're good there. Yay. Okay, home X, go! Home Y, go! Son of a bitch. So we're right back to where we started. We are right back to where we started. Son of a poopy butt. So that is the most sensitive setting, or the least sensitive setting, is 63 and 63. So we are literally like home all. If I hit home all, well, the problem is it is homing, but it's not homing properly. That's the problem. So it is homing the X and Y, but it's not moving. Oh, let me loosen the belt tension one turn. See if that does anything. And then what the other suggestion was up the speed. So we'll loosen the belt tension one turn. And then somebody said up the speed. Homing speed, home speed. Where's homing speed? What's homing speed under? Motor current? I mean, we're running these stepper motors at 0.8, so they should be good. It's part of safe set home. Is it part of safe set home? I have it set for 60. Speed, it's 50. Is that for XY movement or for Z movement? Yeah, speed won't help. It's not moving yet. Like, it's not even doing like a little, like I would hear it if it was engaging. Like the motors are engaging, but it's not, is the most sensitive. Is it the most sensitive or the least sensitive? Here, let's try -10. Let's start going into the negatives. Let's try -10. Save and restart. Replace the drivers. I can't replace the drivers. They're built into the board. Okay, home X. Nothing. Home Y. Nothing. I don't have a homing override. The only homing override is safe set home. Like the only homing override I have is safe set home. Uh, 63 is Lisa. Yeah, that's what I thought. So it doesn't matter which way we're going. It's just not homing. That is the manliest pink Micron I've ever seen. Cheers, Jake. Oh man, that thunder. Chance you're not doing what we say. I mean, I'm following a lot of people's random people's high volt stepper. Let me check here. Printer.cfg diag pin. What's the diag pin for our high volt steppers? They are PG1 and PG10. And we have for X, which is, it would be PG1. You know what? Maybe if I pull them down. Maybe if I don't have the pull-up resistor, maybe that'll, like I don't have the little tilde thingy, maybe that'll work. Home X, no movement. Home Y, no movement. Because they worked on it, the Y worked on 3 once. The Y worked on 3 once. Does Sensorless require a homing override? After Sensorless, homing carriage will be pressed against the end of the rail. Sensorless, pause for 2 seconds before sensing other that. Cheers, VH Turbo. Yeah, John Phil, I'm running one stream where I'm trying ads. I just want to see how big of an impact running a live stream with ads actually is. I normally don't run ads on the live stream. I honestly just want to see what the numbers turn out to be if I run ads on a live stream. They are on the absolute lowest setting in terms of like, there's like low, medium, high for an amount of ads. I just have it set to low. Sectioning towards the end of printer.cfg. Like we have print test cube, print cube start, prime, park, G32. That's for bed mesh, or for, yeah. There's print start, and that's it. Now there was this section in the PZ probe. Where's Notepad? That's not Notepad. Where's Notepad? Did I get rid of, did I close Notepad? There was this section for homing override. And this was in the PZ probe section. because this is probe, bed mesh, and then I have safe set home. I had, this section was in here too. Was there anything in here? Homing override, access XYZ, set possession 0, G code, Z5, home X. I mean, let's put it back in. Let's see, what's the worst that can happen? I don't think I can have safe set home in that, yeah. Copy, delete. Home X, go. Home Y, go. But that's the wrong way. Something is effed up here. Something is effed up here. Because when you tell it to, when you force move it, X and Y move in the correct direction. But when you tell it to home, X doesn't move at all and Y homes on the X negative. But then after you home it, okay, that's a proper X negative move. That's a proper Y or X positive. That's proper X Y negative. And that's proper Y positive. So something is effing up, and I don't know what. That point is what you turn back on, just N being the key. I have no idea what that means. So it's too sensitive. The thing is though, the sensitivity goes from -63 being the least or the most sensitive, and then 63 being the most sensitive. So you would think if I were to set it for the maximum and or the minimum, something would happen, and guess what? Nothing happens. Are the wires crossed? They shouldn't be there. I never unwired the motors. Like I never changed any of the wiring on any of the motors. And then if the wiring was wrong, when I tell it to move in X and Y directions manually, like I'm doing right now, okay, it shouldn't work. If the wiring was incorrect, when I do a force move Y positive or X positive, it wouldn't work if that was incorrect. So it's something to do with the actual sensorless homing settings itself. There's got to be... Let me see here. Okay, the fact that it shows it already triggered. Do I have to flip the diag pin? Do I gotta flip the diag pin? Could that be it? And then it also had the tilde, or the hat. I don't know what the hat is. I can't remember. Okay, I think I got the, yeah, it can't be that way. Oh God, please tell me that wasn't it. If that was it, okay, let me set these, okay, 3 and 3. Okay, same restart. If that was it and it works now, I'm gonna be so disappointed. Home X. Home Y. looking for the longest piece of rope I can find right now. I must commit Sudoku. Son of a bitch. Okay, so the X is too sensitive. The X is too sensitive. 1. I had to put it... And the reason it's moving this way is because it has a safe move. It has a safe move so that it homes in the middle for the X. So if I were to do home X, it goes there. Okay. And then when I hit home Y, it moves to the middle. And then it homes backwards. Try 1 and 1. Okay. Home X. Okay. Home Y. Now it's not homing Y. Do they have to be the same value? 2, 2. Save and restart. Well, 3 was crashing into the X a little too hard. With 3 was crashing into the X a little too hard. Home X. 2. Home Y. Three, 3. Maybe Y should be 4. Try 4 on Y. Make it a little less sensitive. Check my DMs. I could. Printers for ants. People keep linking me this. People keep linking me this. I know this. This has the configs, but the problem is the configs are all just pin numbers. People keep linking me this. What do you want, Jake? Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Okay. What did I just do? What did I just do? What did I just do? Okay, what did I just do? I think I have so I have 2 for the X, 4 for the Y. Save and restart. Let's try this. 2 for the X, 4 for the Y. See if this works. Home X. Okay. Home Y. And now it's not sensitive enough. So Y3, save and restart. Home X. Home Y. I'll take it. Okay. Home all. Why'd you go to the front? Yeah, why trigger too early? You know what? I don't like this. I don't like this probe section, this homing override section. I don't trust this homing override section. Let's get rid of that. I don't trust that homing override section. It's giving unnatural moves. I don't like it. Home all. Home X. Okay. Home Y. Okay. Go down. You're not going down. No trigger on stepper Z after full movement. Well, that wasn't a full movement. Okay, so printer.gfg. Let me... So stepper X is still a little too sensitive, I think. So stepper... Try 1. And we'll try 2. I don't... Can you do half values for these? Okay, home X. Okay, home Y. I'll take it. Home Z. Okay, it moves to the middle. It moves like one little bit and it stops. Is my probe working? Yeah, my little probe is working. Yeah, like the little light on my probe. You can see it flashing when it touches something. It's only instantaneous though. Like it doesn't hold it. So PC Pro config. So and it's NHK that. Speed 5. Samples 2. Save, close that. Let me see, safe Z. Let me try Z. Probe Z virtual end stop. Well, it's not set. Push the button on the PZ probe board. Oh wait. Okay, 1 second. Close that. Maybe that was it? Maybe that was it? Home all. Roll the dice. Oh, go down. You're going the wrong way. It's... Okay, what's going on here? What's going on here? Saying triggered. So if I push it, okay, why is stepper Z not triggering? Okay, now it's triggering. Okay, I let go, nothing. Pushing on the probe, trigger triggered. Let go, trigger trigger. Okay. 8 sensitivity settings. I know, I'm trying to remember how it works. Okay, so it is, the printer is moving the right way. E3D PZ probe. I know there's a bunch of settings configuring the probe. So we have it in straight up, like, oh my God, I'm trying to remember the stupid colors. There's like buttons that mean stuff. False triggering. How do I, there's a button. And I'm trying to remember what the button does. Because there's like a breakout sheet. And I can't remember. This is the table you want. You need to convert the binary. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. So right now I've got, oh my God, the problem is my eyes are effed. I mean, I could just hit a button and see if it works. Home all. Okay, the fact that it's blinking while it's doing that means it's activating. Yeah, okay. So that ain't working. Okay. Yeah, no trigger, okay. Let's try that. Let's try that one. Oh. No trigger after. Why is it saying full movement? This is not full movement. Why is it saying full movement? This is not full movement. Why are you not going down all the way? Oh, because it's false. I see what it's doing. Okay, so it's doing. I see what it's doing. It's doing its quick move, triggering a false positive, and then when it goes to do its slow move, it's not positive going. So I hit the button again, and we'll see what we get now. Yeah, okay, so that's another false positive. Okay, try one more. Yeah, that's a fail. Try this one. Oh, okay, it's going. Okay, so it did touch something. Okay, 1 second here. I just want to change one. I want to change my Y homing value, make it a little less sensitive on the Y. Okay, let's try this. Let's try this. This might work. This might work. This might work. Okay. Dashboard, home all. Okay. I got my hand on the e-stop, by the way, and by e-stop I mean power. Okay. So the first trigger worked. The second one, it started Z-negativing China. So the first home worked, but then the second one, it didn't trigger. So that is number 3 lit up. So if it's 3, let's try 4. Let's try 4. Two, 3. Okay. That's not activating. Okay, 1 second. That's not activating. That's not activating. Maybe that one. No, that's a false positive. Nope. Okay, so that's 3. Okay, so this is 1 up from the setting we just had. Maybe? Maybe. Okay, that worked really good. And now it's not sensitive enough. Okay, maybe one more. Try that one. Okay. Nope. It works for the one probe, but I can't get it to work for the second one. Okay, we'll bump the number up one more. Try one more upsetting. Because what's happening, it does the first probe and it just touches and it's good, but then when it does the second one, it doesn't trigger and it deviates. Change the probe speed. For the second one, could do that. But don't you want to go slower on the second one? Change PC probe settings. So probe speed is 5. Samples 2. Bed mesh. I have safe set home. No, I think it's 15mm lift speed is 10, yeah. Okay, let's try this. So I bumped it up one. Nope. And then it gets too positive. How do you change the speed of the second one? How do you change the speed of your second home on a probe? Oh, right here. Okay, so I have it on that first setting that seemed to work. Okay. Okay, let's see. I think we're good. Roll the dice. Okay, so it's hitting at the front. I gotta play around with the positions for the tramming. Yeah, I gotta play around with the QGL positions. Because the QGL, I think, positions are based on having the PZ probe, which we don't have. Yeah, so let's do 15.5, 15, 160, 160, because this is, oh wait, no. This, okay, so 15, XY, 15. Now that's fine. No, wait, what am I doing? So 15.5. So 15.5. And then 15. I don't like round numbers. 140. 1 second here. There we go. So it's okay, it starts on the front left. And then it goes to the back right. Okay, that's what it's doing. Okay, I see it. I see it now. $60. And yes, I know we're running long. So enter for your chance right now to do some polymaker, or to win some polymaker filament. I'm just going to rerun the QGL with the new coordinates. If everything's good and happy there, what I am going to do is we're going to do some PID tunes while we do the giveaways, and then Friday stream will be the printing with this. So. Okay, that's enough. Yeah, because it's hitting at the front, so I'm going to have to play around with the XY min-max and all that jazz. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay. So home all. Okay, home X, home Y. Home Z. Okay. And then we do a QGL. There we go, that looks a bit better. What did you miss? We had to faff around for a bit to get the sensorless working. It turns out I just had to invert it because I was inverted, which kind of ate up a bunch of time, which kind of sucks. But we should be good there. I still got to get rid of stuff like get rid of the holding currents and shit like that. But if all goes well, the Friday stream, we should just be getting up, getting everything, do a final config check pre-flight, and then we should be able to print on Friday. So let me do, once this is done, we'll do some PIDs. So we're going to do the giveaway as soon as this is done. So as soon as this is done doing the QGL, we're going to do some PIDs. Or we're going to do some giveaways. So enter right now, scroll down, link in the description. While you're down there, don't forget to like the smash button, ring the bell, subscribe if you're not subscribed. And if you want to help support the channel, the content I create, and the things I do because you enjoy this content, consider becoming a channel member, Patreon supporter, or if you're really cool, gifting memberships to others. You get videos early, hang out when we do members only streams, and you get extra channels on the Discord. Also join the Discord. Remember, every month, the last Friday of the month, we do a community recap stream. So you can share all your fun prints in the Look What I Printed channel, and the last Friday of every month we go through all that. So. Auto config backup. Yeah, so I just do this. Where is it? 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 There's like a download all button. Where is it? All. Download. Marcel gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers and appreciate it. And also, for those wondering why you saw ads on the stream today, I'm just trying something out. I just wanted to see what the actual impact is of running ads on a live stream. I normally don't do it, but I honestly just want to see what it actually works out to numbers-wise and all that. So something is wrong with this because we're getting like inconsistent. Also, it's probably because of tolerancing. Yeah, let me do that right now. Printer.cfg. Freaking the 0.0075 is like stupid. Like I just do normally 0.01. Okay. Sometimes I'll even do 0.02 because I'm lazy, especially on bigger machines. Okay, bump you up. Let's do PID, calibrate. What is it? Heater. What is it? It's PID calibrate. I can never remember what it is. Go back to the Voron site. Where's the Voron? There we go. Did that. Tuning guides, build, initial setup. I can never remember what the freaking PID. PID, yeah, whatever, stock, main sale, whatever. Main sale tab. Let's go. What is the PID thingy? Verify heaters, verify fans, that, and stop check that. Skip that. I'm done. Bed locating, cool. We got to do all that still. 0 point, got to do that still. And probe testing, yeah, I'm done. Give me the PIDs. There we go. Heater bed target 100. Yeah, we'll PID the bed for 100. Actually, I'll do 80 for now. Okay. So we'll let the bed do its PID. While it's doing that, let me turn the filter on. 100%. Actually, I don't think I can. Whatever. We'll just PID it for now. Just get a rough value. And then let's do ourselves a giveaway because I got to end the stream because I got to bring little guy scouts tonight. To the sheet, or beavers, or whatever it's called. I would share pictures of him. We got him a model train set for his birthday and a bunch of Lego. And he's been having a good time. He has been having a good time. I don't have any pictures that don't have his face in it, so I'm not sharing them because people on the internet are weird. Yeah, he's loving his model train set. Cheers for the streaming. You love Clipper content. Clipper's fun. This is the kind, like, honestly, this is the type of content I like doing. It's just when you get that stupid, oh, I forgot to put I forgot I was inverted. And it's like you spend all this time trying to figure out why the sensorless isn't working, and then you finally go to check the end stop button, because why would you check the end stop? Why would you check the end stop button? It doesn't use an end stop, it's sensorless. But nope, sensorless is in there too, and guess what? They're pre-triggered because I didn't put the exclamation mark. Anyways. Random bots 2, 3, 5. Go! So we are doing some PID tuning right now with the bed. It is getting warm. Okay, so how this works is if you win, you get a free spool of filament from Polymaker. But if I pick your ball and your ball wins, you also get a free hat. You look lonely, Mountain Man. Good luck, Mountain Man. If you win, you get a free hat. Good luck. You DM me on Twitter? Let me check. Why do people call it Zitter? It's Twitter. Nobody calls it X. The only people that call it out are weird tech bros and, like, crypto bros. Although on Twitter, if you're not, like, if I'm not following you, they sometimes get hidden a lot. Exclamation mark zoom zoom makes your ball go faster. Exclamation mark gullible makes everyone else go slower. Like the smash button and ring the bell and be subscribed to the channel and make your ball go even faster. Who wants to go faster? You all want to go faster. Look at Chevron. They're going so fast right now. So fast that they fell right off the map. Oh, Nolan. Oh, Cloudy Yak. Oh, you lost your momentum though. Someone might catch up. If you're wondering, that green name there or that blue name or that teal name is a ghost. Oh, Cloudy Yak, Cloudy Yak. Cloud Yak, sorry, Cloud Yak. Yeah, Chevron, you got yeeted into the abyss. Let me find Cloud here, Cloud Yak. There you are. Okay, congratulations, Cloud Yak. You will get an email from me after the stream ends with information on how to collect your filament from Polymaker. Golf claps in chat. Let's get some golf claps in chat for Cloud Yak. Okay. So we are going to call it there. I ran a little bit late, but that's okay. We had stuff to do. So I will get the PIDs done right now, because that's the boring part. And then on Friday, for the Friday stream, we will wrap up. We'll get the bed, we'll get the X, Y, Z max positions all sorted out. We'll get the printer start, stop scripts working, and we'll make sure the extruder is actually extruding the right way. And then once we get all that set up, we'll do our first print on Friday. So I do want to give a shout out to LDO Motors for sending over this kit that we used for this build series. If you are interested in getting a Micron Plus kit or any other fine LDO kit, you can purchase it wherever fine LDO products are sold. I do have a link in the description to their reseller list, so wherever you are in the world, find your closest reseller, purchase it through them. They're all good. They're all good. I don't have any direct recommendations for either of them, any of them. They're all good, because I live in Canada and my options are limited for them. So I get it from Jason directly. And also shout out to Polymaker for the spool of filament we gave away this stream and every stream. Links for all of them and more in the video description. Some of them, like the GamerSupps link, use code Canuck, save some money. And for those that donate to the channel, gifted memberships to others, or became members of the channel yourself, I thank you. Would not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create, without your continued support. You make it all possible. I'm Taylor Canuck Creator. It's been a fun stream. I will see you tomorrow for a wonderful April 1st cook-along stream. We're making breakfast on a printer because it's April 1st, because why not? And I shall see you in the future. Goodbye. Go wash your hands.